Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Tech Tip Tuesday. So this week we're going to be looking at the fundamentals of jumping, and we're going to go through the 5 key points: your approach to the jump, your compression through the transition, your pop off the lip, the time in the air, and of course your landing. So as we approach the jump, we want to be coming in at a good jogging pace in the attack position. We're going to have our pedals level, our weight centered, our eyes looking forward, and our elbows up and out in a nice strong horseshoe shape. So once you get comfortable with the speed on the approach, we're going to think about the transition. That's the area from the flat to the upslope. In this area, we want to get into the compression. That's when we're going to take that attack position, but lower our center of gravity down, keeping our hips over the seat, shoulders over our hands, and we're going to go like a coiled spring. Once we get to the upslope, I want you to think about it as a trampoline bed. You're going to squash down into it, ready to jump off the top. Elbows and knees bent through the transition. So once we've gone through the transition, we get to the lip of the jump. This is where we're going to take all that compression, that coiled spring, and spring off that lip. We're going to extend our arms and legs and spring into the air, using that upslope to propel us upwards. As you can see, when we get to the top of the lip, we're going to stand up tall, pulling on those bars. So once we've popped off the lip and we're in the air, we need to stay centered and relaxed, looking forward all the time, trying to keep a little bit of tension in the arms to keep the front wheel slightly higher than the back. And then as we come into land, we're going to get ready to soften that landing by bending our elbows and knees. So once we've got comfortable being in the air, popping out and landing on the flat, we can start to think about landing into the downside. To land on the downside, we need to stay in that same centered position, looking forward, and just before you're going to go into the downside, extend the arms and legs to shape the bike so it goes in slightly nose first and meets both wheels down on the ground together so you can pump and push away. Effectively, when you're in the air, you want to make a rainbow shape, so as you come off the lip, level the bike and extend for that landing. So once we've got comfortable on tabletops, we can start thinking about double jumps. A rule of thumb I like to give to my riders is knowing how long a jump is. I know that that tabletop's 5 meters long, but I also know that this double's only 4 meters long. So effectively, if I could jump that table, I could jump this double. It's just a case of not thinking about the middle, focusing on the coaching points and making sure you go through the compression, the pop off the lip, the level in the bike, looking forward and extend into the landing. So there it is, jumping, 5 key points. Approach at a good pace, compress through the transition, pop off the lip, level the bike in the air and extend for your landing. I hope that helps you get your wheels off the ground, and we'll be back next week with another Tech Tip Tuesday.